Hey, Fred, congrats on the win. Pretty clear from the get-go, even before the series started, how much respect both teams have for each other. How fitting is it that it's going to come down to a Game 7, especially after a game like this?
I think everybody came in expecting a long series. I don't think we lived up to that in the first couple games, but able to work ourselves back into position to give us a chance. And, Game 7 to go to the Eastern Conference Finals, all you can ask for is a chance. So, pretty long game, longer than we all would have asked for, but time to get some rest and go back at it again.
I also want to ask you about OG. Obviously, he made some great defensive plays down the stretch, hit a few big shots, but how important was his rebounding, especially in that small lineup?
It was huge. It was huge. We threw him in there at the 5, so we need him to battle with Tice. We need him to be up on ball screens and a little bit out of what his normal position is, but he was able to do what we needed to do, especially down the stretch. Big rebounds, showing a presence, and made a big 3 as well. So we needed everybody tonight, and everybody contributed.
Thanks, Fred. Have a good night.
Next, we're going to Eric Koreen from The Athletic.
Hey, Fred. Thanks for taking the time. You were predicting, I think, a Norm game at some point. Does this qualify?
Yes.
How big was his just sort of his shot-taking ability, shot-making ability down the stretch?
He saved us. He saved our season. And that's kind of his trademark now. You never know when it's going to happen, but it always happens at some point in the playoffs. And he was huge for us. Obviously, Kyle was steady the whole night, but Norm really gave us a boost there. We started the second overtime, I think, with 3 turnovers and couldn't get a stop. And Norm was able to get a big steal, an and one, couple free throws, big 3. So he was huge, man. He gave us that spark that we needed to get over the hump. And, the more minutes he plays, the better he plays. But, we were able to get him in there and go small, and he really helped us tonight.
You probably played the last 16 or 17 minutes in that small lineup. Obviously, a lot of switching goes on. How difficult is it to play that way, knowing what's going to happen on the glass? And, just how are you feeling after the game, I guess, in terms of your exhaustion?
Yeah, I think we all really feel good, man. We work really hard. We got great staff, great training staff. I think our guys are in great shape. As you can see, we've been playing heavy minutes. And out there, the old man needed a couple plays off, and he was able to get us a big jumper late, a turnaround on Kimba. But other than that, we feel good until you look at the stat sheet after the game and you were 5 for 30 or whatever the case may be. But on the floor, your legs feel good. Everything feels fine. Shots may be a little short, but I think we're in great shape and built to go the distance.
Thanks, Fred. Have a good sleep.
Going next to Doug Smith from the Toronto Star.
Hey, Fred, congratulations on a big win. You mentioned just a minute ago Kyle's steadiness, but it seems every time you guys need a play, he makes a play. What's it feel like to be on the floor and sort of experience that with him?
I think it's just a good synergy between me and him. We can talk to each other without talking, or we do, when we do communicate, we just have a different level of communication. So he lets me know when he needs me. I let him know when I need him. We try to pick our spots, and it's just a flow. It's a rhythm that you have to find, and we struggle with that, honestly. Some obviously give their defense a lot of credit, but for the most part, he's right there when we need him, and he's stepping up tonight. I just keep trying to pump him with confidence. He's so unselfish, sometimes he can pass the ball and get out of the way, but we need him to do more than that, and he did that in a big way tonight.
And I don't know that there's been too many Raptors with 6-point possessions like you had there in that third quarter. Just sort of walk us through that, because I don't think I've seen that one in a long time.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll take it, though. I'll take it. That was a little spark for me to get me going after a crappy first half. So that was big for us in the third. Have a little burst there to give us a lead and just kind of change the flow of the game. So I'm just trying to continue to stay aggressive. I shot about 4 or 5 late clock shots, so wasn't too concerned with the flow of the game. But I was just trying to wait and pick my spots. So I was able to get free there and a little bit in the third and give our team a boost.
Thanks very much, Fred. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Next question is going to Mike Ganter from the Toronto Sun.
Hey, Fred, how are you?
Good.
Want to ask you, you just mentioned you're finding your own spark there in the second half. Mark, obviously, you've been struggling a little offensively, hadn't hit a three. First off, how good did you guys feel for him when that three finally went down? And how important is it for you guys all going into Game 7 to have him offensively contributing?
Yeah, I think it was the haircut. It got a little more aerodynamic. I know he was hard on himself after missing a layup in the first half. So, again, you got to be there for your teammates. He's always there helping us, and we try to help him. And it was big to see him hit a couple shots, get him feeling back good. And we needed that. We needed that in a big way. It just changed the flow of the game. And when he's knocking those perimeter shots down, it changes the dynamic of our team. So we need him to stay confident, and we're living with him taking those shots all day, every day.
Got it. Thanks, Fred.
Going to go next to John Schumann from NBA.com.
Hey, Fred, you actually got your guys' first stop in double OT. I think you guys were in a four-point hole at the beginning, and Brown attacked you early in sort of a secondary break, and you stripped him on his way up. I know you're not afraid to use your hands defensively. Can you take me through that play and what you're looking at when a guy's attacking you like that, and whether you can get your hands on the ball?
Yeah, just trying to beat him to the spot. I know he likes to go right, so I think I cut his right off a little bit. He went left and tried to put his body on me. So I'm not really gonna do nothing in the air with him. I can't get to the height that he can get to, but if he brings the basketball down, I'm able to get my hands on it. So that's all that was. Just trying to make a play for our team. I was kind of locked in the defensive mentality from the beginning, obviously with the defense that was played on Kemba, kind of a little bit of boxing one there. So just trying to stay locked in on that end of the floor and help our team, win any way possible.
Appreciate it.
Two more questions for you, Norm. First one goes to Sirat Sohi from Yahoo Sports.
Hey, Fred. Congrats on the win today.
Thank you.
In the time that you've played with Lowry, do you feel like you've watched him become more comfortable as a crunch time performer?
Yeah, for sure. I think the roles just changed year to year. I know he deferred to DeMar a lot, and he deferred to Kawhi a lot, obviously. And I think, last year's run kind of cemented him a little bit more where we needed him to make big plays. He always does it, but for him to be the primary guy down the stretch, we try to feature Pascal a lot, but he wasn't having good luck a couple of those possessions. So try to get Kyle a good matchup and trust that he'll make a good play. And, all of our guys, we kind of just spread it around, see who's got the touch, see who's got the feel for the game at that moment in time. I think I had a game-winning attempt. Norm had a game-winning attempt. So it's a pretty unselfish team that way. But it's nice to just throw it to an all-star sometimes and let him get a bucket. So he was big for us that way.
Thanks, Fred.
And final question goes to Bruce Arthur from the Toronto Star.
Fred, we've talked all year about how this team gets contributions from everyone. And given how tough the first half was and how the shots just weren't falling for Mark, and he was frustrated, and Pascal and you and Kyle, is this game a good example of kind of the ethic of this team, of how it's needed everyone? Serge's shots in the first half, Mark getting going, you getting going, Norm getting going, and Kyle. Like, this really was an everyone performance, it felt like.
Yeah, it's tough, man. And that's the tricky part about this game, because on one end, at this time of year, the numbers don't matter. I don't give a damn what you shoot, what percentage you shoot. You just got to get a win. But on the flip side of that, you got to make some shots to give yourself a chance to win. So we know our defense will keep us in most games, but we definitely got to play better offensively, execute a little bit better, step up and knock down the open one. So it's a thin line that you try to balance. But as long as we keep our defense first, I trust that our offense will help us out. We can still continue to get better in the half court and execute a little bit better. But like you said, it took everybody tonight, and everybody had their moment in the game, big spurts, big momentum swings. And that's all you ask for, is guys to continue to stay confident, so when they get their chance, they can keep firing.
The confidence in basketball can be a funny thing, and it can be contagious offensively sometimes, where just the ball starts to go in and other guys just feel it. I've never known what it is, but whatever it is. Did you feel that happen as this game went on?
Yeah, I think I'm a little psycho that way. I think I always have it, regardless if it's going in or not. I don't know if that's a good thing, but I think I saw it, for the most part for our team. You can get down on yourself sometimes. That's what momentum means. They had it. They had a couple big buckets, big three. I think they had like 4 or 5 threes in a row at one part of the game. So those blows are hard to take as a unit, but as long as we keep swinging back, I think guys stepped up when they had their chance to knock them down. So when you see it, you see a couple shots go in, it just changes the rhythm and the flow and the aggression of your entire team.
Thank you, Fred.
Thanks, Fred. That's all we have for you.